Good morning, everybody. It's Peggy O'Flaherty, and I am the co-founder of My Favorite Things. I am doing our Thursday morning training for anybody that has joined us new in this community. I think we've had 75 people join us just since Monday. So that is amazing, and we want to welcome you. I know there's so many people that have full-time jobs and they have kids running around their house, and it's not always convenient for them to join us on the call live. So we do record this call. We try to keep it within 20 minutes so that you can listen to the replay. So again, I want to say welcome and thanks for the people that can be on live, even though there's palm trees in the back. It's great to see that because it's cold and rainy here in Chicago again. So I want to go ahead and jump right in. And one of the things that I thought would be helpful for those that are new, you're coming into, have you ever come into your living room and somebody's watching a TV show and the show is halfway into the show and you sit down and you're like, okay, what's going on? And the person's like, the show is halfway in. I mean, like, I can't stop the show. And they're trying to explain the show halfway through and they're giving you little bits of detail and they're getting frustrated because you're missing the point of what's, the backstory. And so sometimes I think for people that are new, they come into our Facebook community and they're like, okay, there's a story going here. There's a movie going and I'm stepping in and I don't know the backstory. So for anybody that is either new or came in the last month, I thought maybe it would be helpful if you heard a little bit of the backstory, and that would really help you understand why and who we are and what we're doing. And we're so happy you're here. So just to give you a little bit about that backstory is, I'm a mom of 5, and I have been blessed to be home with my children for 18 years. And I've always been a little entrepreneur with little types of things in my family and in my neighborhood and with my mom friends. And I also have a certification in coaching women one-on-one with how to build small businesses and living in their passions. And I wrote a book about that too. But over the years, I didn't feel like even I was living in my passion and really living out. Well, let me go back a little bit more. When I first had my children and I was home and I would take my children to like mommy play dates or coffee dates with other moms. And then I was joining book clubs and there was a Bunko club. There was always a part of me that was sometimes frustrated because I felt like those groups would either start complaining about their children or complaining about their husbands or complaining about the fact that they were overweight. And not that I related to that. I was, I had my baby extra 20 pounds and frustrated that my husband never cleaned up and, frustrated that I always had poop and puke on me. I mean, I was right there with everybody, right? But I always felt like I wanted to do more instead of feel sad about it. I felt like I wanted to have an impact instead of complain about it. I felt like I was called to do more than just be a mom. And then I felt guilty, like, oh my God, I'm blessed to be a mom. I don't want to feel guilty about being a mom. But there was this internal struggle that I had that like I wanted to make more of an impact. And I thought, I hope that I was going to get a light that would shine on me so I could figure out what that path would be because I didn't know. And so I sat and just really enjoyed being a mom for 18 years and being home with my kids. And I knew that at some point I would have an opportunity to have more of an impact. And so as my kids got older, I went back to doing what I did, which was coaching women one-on-one, developing their small businesses. And one by one, I loved working with women. I loved tapping into different women, like Cindy is a perfect example who's on this call. She herself had a skill and a talent of diving. She took that and she translated it and she started helping and coaching other women. I loved working with women to say, okay, you're doing that with one person. How could you do that with everybody in your town, everybody in your state, everybody in the country? Like, let's make it big. Let's do some videos on that. Let's monetize it. Like, I always have these desires to take whatever you're doing and 10x it. That's just my nature of wanting to do that. But as I was working with one woman by one woman, I didn't feel like I was making the impact I had hoped to make. And then I was given an opportunity by the University of Notre Dame to start an app to help women with their daily journey. And I jumped in and I was able to help do that app. And after about 3 years, honestly, I'll be really honest, we almost lost our home. We invested so much money into that business. And when you have your own business, you often pay yourself last. And my husband and I sat at the table, and I had my hands covering my face because I was in tears. And honestly, I looked up and my husband was doing the same thing. And we were 5 months away from losing our home. And it was the most horrific time of our life. We had 5 children, and we thought, holy cow, we are going to lose everything because we invested in this business. And at that exact same time, a friend of mine came to me who was doing an MLM, and she invited me to jump in, and so I could earn a bunch of cash and get money back and do something that I was doing, which was selling a skincare. And so I thought, at this point, I need to do something. So I jumped in, and I thought, great, I get to work with more women. So this is going to be good because that's my passion. And I could just talk about skincare because I just, if it's going to make me money, I'll do anything at this point to help my family. And I jumped right in, and really quickly, I earned back my investment. I rose up to one of their top levels. I started making cash, and I felt like I was answering my family's problems. But very quickly after hitting that certain level, I realized there was a lot of things that were not making sense. I was watching women all over the country who were feeling like they were spending a lot of time and they were not getting a return. I was watching a lot of women spend money buying products and have them stored in their garage that were not getting used. I was meeting a ton of women who were frustrated by the fact that they couldn't advance to the next level. I was meeting a ton of women who were frustrated with the idea that they were feeling women were competitive, and they were comparing themselves on other women's success, that they didn't win the new fancy jewelry, that where they weren't winning the fancy car. And so I was in this huge network of women, and I was seeing so many of them, smart women, feeling like they couldn't be successful. And that really bothered me. I felt like there was myself. I would go to parties, and I felt like some of my very best friends were avoiding me because they didn't want to hear anything about this product that I was peddling. And that really bothered me. And so although I knew an MLM had a chance that I could work with women, and MLM gave me a chance that I could earn money, there was something fundamentally about the way that that model was being managed that really, at my core, I knew it was a problem I could solve. And so at the same time, I had been learning a lot about brands going directly to consumers as a true solution. So we see something like that on Amazon. People go directly to Amazon so that they can do their transaction and not have to go to the mall. That they wanted a more immediate need. We also saw that there was a huge rise in women recommending women's products, that those that they truly believe in. So there's a difference, right? I felt like with the last company I was involved in, it was a concept of constantly peddling something that was costing a lot of money, but I was seeing all these people with it sitting in their garage. I knew there was something wrong with that. So I started to think about the idea, like, what if I could continue to work with a massive amount of women who had a chance to help them tap into their passions and what they're really good at, and then give them a chance and a technology where they could buy the everyday products that they need anyways, and then the bonus is they actually get cash back. So that's our backstory. That's why I wanted to be able to help so many moms and women who are at home, and women who are actually even in careers. I have a great friend who's in our network right now that's been helping her husband be successful with his career. She was ready for a time to step in and live in her passion and do something for her. So I've met women over my life that have been looking and hungry for something where they can tap into a network of other smart women who are doing the exact same thing, promoting good brands, smart brands that help the world, brands that help our families, brands that are willing to share back some of their margin with each and every one of us because we are trying to help them acquire new customers. All we needed was a community to do that in smart technology. So that's really what we've created over the last year. And I am so grateful that all of you are in this community with us, and you can help us do that same thing. What I want to help you do is, if you have a smart small business that you're running, I want to be your biggest cheerleader. We want to feature you on our platform as an inspiring woman, as an inspiring mom, as an inspiring dive coach, because each and every woman that I meet has something that's uniquely theirs. And we can help you tell that story, like the video I did yesterday about the woman that's an artist. She's been an artist and she's using this platform as a way to gain another revenue stream for herself, but she's living in what she's passionate about: her art, her cooking, her photography. And that's what we want to celebrate. So that's our backstory, and thank you for letting me tell you that. And I hope it adds some clarity to what we're doing and why we're doing it. So our platform is constantly evolving. Every 2 weeks, we come out with a new version. Our new name is hopefully going to be revealed in the next 2 weeks, and we cannot wait to share that with you. Our new social sites are probably just a couple of weeks away as well. But the platform is already live, and you have probably already downloaded the app and entered the name of the person who invited you. So again, our platform has 2 spaces. There's a space where you can invite your friends, and it's as simple as, because we've gone around and round about this, it's as simple as saying, you're my friend and I know you love to go and discover new cool products and get cash back, download my app. That's as simple as that needs to be. The second part of the app is really a shopping platform where you can go in and discover cool products. You can shop those products and earn. You can share those products and earn, or you can continue to grow your circle of influence by inviting friends. And as they shop and earn, you're going to also earn too. And so the best part about this concept of inviting more friends so they can shop and earn, and you can shop and earn, is that that increases your circle of influence. So I just want to talk about the word influence for a moment. Each and every one of us influence people every single day. I'm influenced by my husband, and he influences me. I influence my children, and actually my children sometimes influence me in the decisions about our groceries and where we vacation. It's a positive thing when we influence together. And so this idea of sharing our product, our brand, our opportunity is the idea that you can influence your friends about another way that they can shop and earn. And the beauty is that the brands, they're willing to give Cindy and Lauren and Peggy each a percentage because they value our sharing so they can acquire new customers. That's a good thing. So that's really the key points of what I want to train on today, is that I'd love you to go back in and open the app. A key thing is, because we're updating it every 2 weeks, it's good that you hard close your app and reopen it, because when you reopen it, you're going to see new changes, new videos, new information. The main screen will show you how to get started, how to shop and share, how to go in and invite more people. So our challenge is for everybody each and every day is to think about, who do you know in your network that's a woman just like me, just like Cindy, just like Lauren, a woman who's looking to like really live in her passion and do the things that she's most interested in, or even Sarah. I think Sarah's at work and she's joining us this morning. But who do you know that's just like you, that loves to shop, loves to discover new products? You know, if you can get 5%, 7%, 10%, 15% back, invite them and share the app with them. Let them come in and meet us and be a part of the community with us. And then we'll continue to deliver the brands that they want and let them deliver it in an easy way that they can share with one click out to their friends. And then we can continue to grow this around the country. So that's really our call to action for you today as you leave, is like, who do you want to invite into this opportunity? Who do you know that likes to shop and share? Who do you know that wants to be a part of a great community of women that are supporting each other in our own passions and ultimately helping great brands get discovered? So that's really the extent of our training for today. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording. If anybody has any questions, please jump on and let me know. And then we're going to, again, post this onto the Facebook page. So I'm going to stop the recording and just give me 1 second.